Welcome to Comically Comics, your one-stop listen to all things comics. We're talking books, movies, TV shows, video games, and more. I must forewarn you, though, we are a spoiler cast, and what that means is we consider all properties, past, future, and present, to be valid, and we will spoil the hell out of them. I'm your host, Michael, along with my two co-hosts, Richard and Jeremy, and with all that being said, let's get started. All right. It is Sunday, September 14th, and we are back with some more Peacemaker. We're back with Jeremy again this week.
Woo!
Jeremy, don't sound so happy to be back. Jeez.
I am. I'm excited. This is my happy face.
Yes. Nice. All right. Well, we have got Peacemaker episode 4 that we're going to be talking about. Need I say door?
Hey, look at you.
That's the name of the episode, though, too.
You're rhyming.
All right. Peacemaker is in some shit. As we saw in the end of episode 3, all the Argus Raleighs were coming up on his property, and he was just coming out back into the door. So yeah, we see the outcome of that. Him and Adebayo on the run go into a cabin in the woods, which is never a good place. Let's be real. That's in all the horror movies. I don't even know why they picked that.
Yeah, I was like, it literally looks like the cabin from the Evil Dead movies. Right. I was just like, what the fuck? Someone was murdered here. Absolutely, someone was murdered here.
Peacemaker winds up doing some confessing to Adebayo about like what he did in there, what it's like in there, the new alternate universe, all this stuff. Hardcore gets a deal. Can she refuse it or not? I don't know. But outside of that, not a whole lot's really happening. So, Jeremy, what is your whelming of this episode?
I am, I guess, whelmed to pleasantly whelmed. I mean, because like I said, it wasn't like a whole lot happening necessarily in the episode, but there were still a couple little funny moments here or there. But yeah, overall, it really didn't answer any of the questions from the last episode.
Yeah. Richard?
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm whelmed because I was just kind of bored with this episode. Like I was really hoping this was going to be the episode where Michael Rooker and Eagly show down, and it seems like maybe that's next week's episode. And I was very disappointed with that.
I'm gonna say it just started.
I know, but I
have
thought
to
like
build up.
It was like 39 minutes. I thought it was going to be just him hunting Eagly for the entire. Like I figured Chris was going to run off and do him, and then it was just going to be like a complete Eagly versus like Elmer Fudd versus Bugs Bunny kind of episode.
That's hilarious. I honestly forgot all about the whole like standoff between Eagly, and it's not even become a standoff yet. It's more of just like Rooker has gotten a taste of it, and now it's like
quite literally a taste of it.
Yeah.
That's some of the funniest shit, though.
Quite literally the funniest shit.
I'm about to say again.
You're just on a roll tonight.
Unbeknownst to me. I am going to say I am pleasantly whelmed with the episode because I laughed a lot. I think this is one of the funnier episodes. However, what I feel like is the problem with this show is that like we're getting really like a slow paced story. It's almost like maybe this should have been like an HBO movie or something like that. Like I feel like there's too much that we're not doing. Like, so I don't know. But I thought it was funny. I enjoy it, but still, it's just to keep us lingering on week after week. It's like, okay, maybe we shouldn't have done so many episodes. Like, I don't know that we necessarily need all this.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I feel like I think you and I are both like, I don't even know if because Jeremy's been gone the last 2 episodes since we've been speculating the theory for the alternate universe.
Yes.
And you and I have been anticipating that reveal, and I thought for sure we would get that by the end of this episode. And it didn't come, and it's another thing that added to my like kind of lowering of my whelming. It was a funny episode. I will agree with that. There was a lot of funny moments in this episode.
I know we were talking before we got on here of like, you know, what next week and what was going to happen then, and you mentioned something about us getting a taste of what we've been speculating for.
Yes.
At the very end of next episode. I don't even think that we're going to get that, honestly. I mean, I kind of hope I'm wrong, but at the same time, I hope I'm not. Like, I don't know. With the last 3 episodes not being shown to anybody, so that'd be 6, 7, and 8.
Mhm.
I feel like that's going to be all the stuff. So
Yeah. I'm going to be mad if it doesn't get at least revealed. Like, if there's not a straight up, like, if you're wondering, Jeremy, we've been kind of burying the lead. We think that the alternate universe that Chris goes to is Earth X, which is a universe from the comics where during World War II, the Nazis won, and they have taken over, America and the world in general.
mm-hmm.
And like, okay, so would the Sons of Liberty have much to do?
Well, they are we talked about that last week. Obviously, you weren't there, but they're depending on the continuity. So pre-crisis, post-crisis, they're either a neo-Nazi organization or they're a ultra-nationalist organization. And we think more likely that this version, the Sons of Liberty, is probably the ultra-nationalists. But there's been I didn't discover this. I actually went on to, so a little how the sausage is made for our listeners. Sometimes these episodes, you don't really have enough to talk about. So I just went on to the internets and looked up some theories that some fans had that maybe I didn't have. And one of them was that this was Earth X, because all the people that we see in that universe when Chris is like riding through the streets and people are cheering, and even at Argus, none of them are people of color. There's not a single black person. There's not a single Hispanic person. There's not a single, it's all white blonde people.
All whiteys.
And a lot of people are theorizing that that's the twist for this universe. Because obviously there's going to be a twist of like, hey, this universe is great, but something is obviously fucked up about it that Chris hasn't noticed yet. Yeah. And one of the other things we noticed last week was that the American flags on everyone's desk at Argus was rolled up. So all you could see was the red and white stripes. You couldn't see the blue and white stars.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of wondering next week we'll get like the swastika or something. Like even Eric Voss was talking with the actor that played Judo Master. And he said the dance intro, they hid some little secrets in the dance intro. And Eric Voss thinks the part where we see alternate Keith, so Captain Triumph, Blue Devil, and Harcourt, they do like a little like pose, and it kind of looks like the swastika pose.
Oh.
So he's thinking maybe that's what he was referring to.
Another thing also is the Chris in that alternate universe does not have an eagle.
Yes.
That one that we found yet so far.
Oh, okay.
So no eagle, no symbol of America. Like, that's kind of weird. That's
But does it? I didn't pay attention. Like on his peace cycle, was it not red, white, and blue?
Yeah, I think it was red and white. I don't remember if there was any blue.
I know it had a star on it too.
Yeah.
But
Well, there was a thing with the stars though that was kind of could be a possible. I don't know.
Theory.
A theory. Yeah. Somebody mentioned that there's like in the mural that you see with the 3 of them on the side of the wall.
yeah.
That in that there's 14 stars. That could be referencing 14 words, which was a thing done by a white supremacist.
Oh.
And typically neo-Nazis and white supremacy go like hand in hand.
Yeah.
It also would make sense that since we kind of to bring it back to this episode and not just our theories, but at the start of this episode, we see Augie did not make that doorway. He just killed a weird interdimensional alien.
That poor guy.
I know, right?
Or gal.
It was definitely a guy.
Oh, I didn't see a dong. I didn't look.
Well, that's the thing is I didn't look either.
The thing?
Yeah, exactly. I didn't look either, but when I was watching James Gunn's little like Peacemaker podcast, they were talking about how they digitally made like a little penis and ball sack that like flops around. And I didn't even notice it. Like, I had to go back and like click on it because it's blurred because it's on YouTube. But I went back and watched it on Max, and I was like, "Oh wow, they did do that."
Poor little guy.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, so we see that he didn't even make that doorway. So I kind of wonder, there's been theories, myself included, that maybe the Augie from the Earth X universe created like the peace helmets and stuff like that and gave it to Augie
Okay.
in the other universe.
So, okay. But they look so different. What I did notice though was the device that Chris picks up and that we see throughout the episode.
Mm-hmm.
When he picked it up, I was like, "Damn, that looks like his helmet."
Yeah, that's what a lot of people are saying.
Like it's the dome, and it's got the little like opposite side mohawk. Like
it's not a toilet seat; it's a beacon of freedom.
But yeah, I saw that and I was like, hey, that kind of looks like his helmet. And, Adebayo even sat there and said, like, I thought your dad made it. He's like, oh, no, shit, my dad didn't make that. He didn't make any of it or whatever. And there's like, well, what about the helmets? He's like, oh, that's a long story.
Yeah. He says it's complicated. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like we'll get that. And if that was the case, like if the other Augie had made the helmets, I feel like Chris would somewhat know some of that.
Yeah, that's true.
Just because he sat there and said, like, it's complicated.
Yeah.
So
I will say this for the James Gunn's podcast. He specifically mentioned he knows already what the origin for the helmets are. And he even was like, I'm going to tell you. He's like, if you guys want to know, I can tell you like off podcast, which I was like, oh, you son of a bitch. So originally he said we were going to get the answer to those as well for this season. So I think by that, he's kind of confirming that we're going to get a third season.
Oh, wow. Okay. Nice. Yeah, I'm kind of, I just, I hate to say this, but like I kind of agreed with Augie's decision, like when he shot the alien, to just go ahead and put it out of its misery, because I don't see that guy getting back up. I mean, his guts were everywhere.
It was pretty bad.
Like it was a lame deer.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, his gut, whatever that was hanging out of him was fucking vile.
Right.
What everyone's speculating was that an imp. I don't think that was an imp. I don't think
so either.
Some people were like, oh, it's a white Martian. And usually the white Martians look fucking like terrifying in the comics. Like they look like something out of like Alien or like Jurassic Park. Like they're like mostly teeth and scary looking and anyway.
Kind of like the Brood?
Yeah, kind of.
From X-Men?
Yeah,
okay.
kind of. At least their true form, the white Martians.
Yeah.
But I don't think we should even give it any second thought. I seriously think that it's just an interdimensional alien that James Gunn, like they kind of look like the jackals from Halo.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like I thought about trying to do a deep dive and try to figure out what race of alien, but I really just think it was just like hey, whatever y'all come up with, I'm good with that.
Mm-hmm.
Just make it look weird and give it a dick and balls.
You joke, but James Gunn talking about like, he went into detail about how like the bird poop that or excuse me, the eagle poop that Rooker has to eat originally looked completely different. And he told the people on set who make those things, he was like, no, it doesn't need to look like that. It needs to look like this. So he was like, I was Googling like eagle shit and sending pictures to them. And he's like, I still even wasn't happy with what we got, but we were pressed for time. So we just had to go with it.
Yeah. When Rooker went down and when he broke it, I was like, did he just get some peppermint bark off the ground? Yeah. Like, is that what we're doing now? Like,
yeah. He was not, I guess, not happy because he was like, it doesn't really break like that.
Yeah.
And he knows this.
I mean, he did extensive research on eagle
apparently.
shit, Jeremy.
He did.
Trying to make it as authentic as possible.
Also, at the start, I wrote, because I always have to comment about it, I was like, fucking mullets, man.
I thought about you when I saw
Especially like I wrote Augie.
Augie's.
Augie's. I was like, he's got a fucking super mullet.
He's got a fucking mane.
Oh yeah.
I was just like, it's a fucking goddamn super mullet.
Oh shit. I also like the tidbits adding in with the start of it of like Augie was too scared to fuck with that device, and so like he had the kids doing it. And I'm like, yeah, just y'all keep adding how big of a piece of shit this guy is. Like, y'all please keep doing that. Let's run that home. Like,
Yeah. They definitely want him to be, at least this version, be very irredeemable. I don't know what their plan yet for the other one is, but who knows? Maybe it's not Earth X.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, when he hit, like, he struck his son, I was like, that's fucked up, man.
Right. Yeah. Nah. I think that the Rooker Eagly, like the start of that, kind of stole the show for me. I think that's like pretty much where I was at the whole time. Apparently, between like the scene that we got in the shoot and then the improv, like extended scene that we got for the behind the scenes or for the in scene credits, apparently Eagly eats better than most people.
Yeah, exactly. He was like, whatever, caviar and tikka masala and all this stuff. And I love Economos being like, he ate all of that before or in between his other shit.
I love Economos going, bullshit, you don't know what that tastes like.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of that was ad-lib between Rooker and Steve Agee.
Yeah. I heard that's like what Gunn's been doing is like they have their set lines, they read those, and then they're like, okay, do another one and just whatever the fuck you want to.
Right, yeah.
So
I learned, I talked a little bit about this, but Gunn went into this, but I went into more detail about this. And Rooker was not originally cast to be Red Saint Wild. Gunn didn't name who it was, but he's like, we had another actor. They had filmed scenes with him and was like, it's not working out. It's just something's not working here. So they were really pressed for time. So he called Rooker because he's friends with Rooker.
yeah.
And he was like, hey, do you think you can, be able to get to us in time to help us out or whatever? And he said, the first thing Rooker asked was like, well, am I getting paid for this? How much am I getting paid for this? But yeah, he ended up doing it. So Gunn was like, he did a real solid for us and he was a lot of fun. And Tim Meadows had talked about him doing some scenes with him, and then he had to go on a flight somewhere, and then he watched another movie with Rooker, and he was like, oh shit, that was the guy I just worked with.
That's pretty cool. Alabama boy himself, Michael Rooker. Come on now. You can't help but love that man. Yeah, I didn't know how Economist was going to get out of that whole like dodging, having Eagly dodge the bullet.
Oh yeah.
So,
I thought that shit was funny when he was like, there's another eagle. Like Rooker, to me, Rooker sells that moment for the comedy. He was like, another eagle. He's like, it must be the prime eagle. And he started going into all this crazy nonsense about how it's like, I don't know, like the alpha eagle of all eagles and all this shit. And it's just like, I don't know, it was funny to me.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, it was another eagle. And he goes, no, boy, you must be mistaken. Eagles are all solitary. He's like, no. It was another eagle. It must have been the prime. I've been living my whole life for this.
Yeah. Which I thought he was just like full of it. And then as we see like near the end of the episode when he's doing his little dance around the fire and then it all works. And I'm like, holy crap. Like he actually, cause I thought for sure he was going to be full of it. So I guess he has he's some sort of metahuman or sorcerer or something.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, first of all, when I was watching him do this ritual, this dance, whatever, the dance was hilarious. Oh my gosh.
He looked like Willie Nelson. He looks just like Willie Nelson to me.
You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. But I was watching him like get the blood off of his forehead, and I'm like, that wound's bleeding a lot for you to be able to do this. You need to
For
go
you to draw like this eagle symbol into the dirt.
You needed to go to the hospital for that. Like this is no game. Yeah, I kind of wondered, like, is he a shaman? Like, I didn't think about the metahuman part of it, but yeah, you're probably right. He must be like a metahuman. I was thinking shaman, so
Yeah, well,
way.
magic exists in this universe as well. We've already seen that with Cersei. So yeah, he could be a shaman. I just said sorcerer because just a generic term for someone who can wield magic.
Yeah, but I wasn't thinking metahuman though. Like maybe that's like his bag is like he's a metahuman. That's pretty cool. I like that.
He's a metahuman that can hunt birds or hunt eagles. He specifically hunts eagles.
I'm about to say maybe it's just the eagle part of it. Maybe he may be able to, like, I don't know, see through the eyes of like a wolf and stuff like that. I mean,
yeah, but why was
there's no bound?
Why was the wolf in the air?
Do what now?
Why was the wolf in the air? Because when he was like scoping out Eagly, he was like above Eagly.
Right. But he like drew a picture of like an eagle. Like I wonder if he did something like a wolf. Like
I see what you're saying.
Them going through the woods like a wolf.
So kind of like what's her name? Vixen? Is it Vixen?
Something. Well,
that can summon like, I mean, not like 1-to-1, but I'm saying she can summon like different like powers of different animals.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Something like that, where like she can take on the eyes of other animals, and like out of body experience style. You know what I mean? Run through the woods, sort of with the eagles kind of thing.
What if that didn't actually happen and it's just that head wound? He's just having like hallucinations.
That would probably make way more sense than what we're doing here.
Getting way too deep into
right. These fucking nerds over here.
Speaking of too deep, I had another theory where Adebayo was talking to Chris when he was like, "You don't understand, ads. Like this world is great, and you know it's all light, and this other world, this world that I'm in is darkness, and whatever it was." And she was like, "Are you sure you're not just going in there and having like a out of body experience?" And I'm like, "What if that's the twist? What if I called it and it's like, you know, a imp that's causing Chris to like see all this shit?"
Not only fucking with the timeline, but fucking with whoever walks through that door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, that's totally possible. I think it's odd. Like, we've seen Rick Flag Jr. in that other universe. We've seen Hardcore in that other universe. Keith and Augie. But, like, no Adebayo, which goes hand in hand with, like, the Earth X thing.
Mm-hmm.
No Adrian.
Right.
Like, I don't know who, like, I don't know necessarily who else would be like close to be able to like.
We see no Economos.
Yeah, that's true. No Economos. And he worked, you know, I would think he'd still work for Argus.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So, but he's like, I don't know. It seems like John's turning on Argus here.
Yeah. I think he was always true to the 11th Street kids, but
yes,
he also just needs a job.
Yeah.
Because most of his stuff is like, I'm not going to fucking do that. They're like, okay, you're fired. He's like, all right, then I'm going to do that.
I like when he's going to hack Chris's little keypad, and they're like, well, come on, go on, do it. He's like, I'm trying to think of the right way of doing it.
Right. Yeah. I like the part where he's like, did y'all hear a cat?
Yeah.
I think there's a cat in the house.
Yeah.
And they're like, just open the fucking door. And he's like, okay, but we got to find the cat afterwards.
Yes. Well, then they question him. They're like, didn't you break and enter into the CIA or what, hack into the CIA? And he's like, yes, that's what got me the job. And they're like, when I had 14, he was like, yeah, I mean, that's what got me the job. And they're like, you can't do the keypad? He's like, no, I can. I just
want to think of the right way. I also like where they're like, I'm so sick of your shit. Or no, she says, I don't get paid to put up with your shit. And he's like, well, have you read my dossier? I have all these like mental problems. So you clearly have to put up with my shit. I thought that was really funny. He spit in Flora's face, which got a like a verbal laugh out loud moment from me because I just thought that shit was funny. Where he's like, "Damn, Ginger, cool, you know you curmudgeon as shit," and he goes, and spits right in his face, which Tim Meadows was talking about was really like weird, and he had to do multiple times because the way they do that is Steve Agee doesn't really spit into Tim Meadows' face. They have this little like rig that's like essentially like a spitball, like it's just like a tube, and then they put like some kind of KY jelly kind of thing in it, and they launch it at him, and he had to keep doing the take because his first response was "ow," and then he would say like "what the fuck," and they were like, "You wouldn't say ow when someone spit in your face." So he's like, we had to do it like 20 times.
Bro, his reaction, I about died.
Mhm.
He's just like, what the fuck?
I thought that shit was funny as well.
Oh my God. Whew. Poor Adebayo. She sits there and puts the money in to have her new agency put in this magazine that only goes out to literally 12 people.
Literally 12 people. I know, that sucks.
Oh, I saw one person who was thinking that by the end of the season, since Hardcore's blackballed, we learned that in this episode. Adebayo is trying to start her own thing. Economos is having to like play double agent here. Steve, of course, Chris is not going to get like hired by anybody anytime soon. Like that, maybe they all join forces and the 11th Street kids become like Adebayo's like crew.
Yeah.
To go and do things. So I thought that was a cool theory that I heard.
Yeah. I assumed that's what the plan was from the get-go, like by episode 1. And then I was like, oh, it's not. Okay. That's weird. What you mentioned Hardcore. Was she at the same bar fighting still?
Or some other bar.
Or is that a different bar?
I don't know. That's what she apparently picking whichever one she wants to just to go get beat up or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She needs to pick up vigilantism or something like that. Do something useful. Like I'm sure there's she could go to Gotham and really do some good work there.
That's what I said in the previous episode. Is like Batman should make her a Robin or something. She'd be very effective.
Yes. I mean, she's pretty much a female Jason Todd at this point in time.
Right.
Let's be real.
Yeah. So I love the moment where Judo Master shows up and fights with John Cena or Peacemaker, because I love the line that he says. He's like, "You're like a piece of toilet paper stuck to my shoe that I just can't pick off." Like that shit was so funny to me.
That whole fight scene was freaking great. I kind of wonder if that guy has done like wrestling, but I just haven't taken the time to look into it. But like there was like, of course, with like John Cena, we know he's like made it through wrestling, but there was a lot of wrestling moves throughout that whole fight scene. And I was like, has this guy like, is that what he's done? Has he done wrestling? That's kind of cool.
Yeah. I wish I didn't get a chance to, but Eric Voss did some kind of interview with him last week, I think, when he showed back up for that episode. But yeah, I don't really know anything about him, to be 100% honest with you.
I just know he's funny as everything. Like in the van, like on the way to Chris's house, the arguments between him and John, and then Saint Red.
Yes. Yeah, that shit was funny too. I cannot stand. I know it's intentional. I cannot stand with him chewing with his mouth open with those Cheetos. It drives me up the fucking wall.
So you wish I was dead? So you wish I was a corpse and you just carried me? Yes, because you're little and lightweight.
Yeah. So you just parade my corpse around for my family members and stuff like that.
You're taking this too deep now.
Yeah. Yeah. That felt very ad-lib.
Yeah, yeah, it did.
You reminded me, in that scene, I didn't know this. So that van that they're driving, that's all done on a stage And so you know how like I don't know if you've seen like behind the scenes for like the Mandalorian and stuff, but there's this room that they use that is just nothing but like really high definition TV screens.
Oh, okay.
It's called the Volume. And they did, I don't know if they filmed at the quote unquote volume, but they made their own. And that van that they film in is basically just on some kind of like platform that just kind of moves. And then the screens project the like outside. So when they film, they don't have to like block a street or whatever it may be. But the reason why I'm bringing it up is Steve Agee, Tim Meadows, and the actress that plays Sasha Bordeaux apparently got really bad motion sickness during all of that.
Wow.
Dang.
So when Tim Meadows like turns, you know, and they're talking about like, you know, he's like, he made faces to you when you were on the phone or whatever.
Yeah.
When Tim turns to look back at the road, quote unquote, he said he like kept his eyes closed so he wouldn't get motion sickness.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. I thought that was really interesting because I was like, I really thought they were just out filming during all that.
Oh, same. Yeah, I feel like they just had like cameras posted up in the van and they were just like, hey, y'all just go for a ride and we'll see what happens when we come back. I love that. He was making faces at you. What faces was he making? He was winking like he had you wrapped around his little finger. Winking like we're all on the same team together.
Yeah.
When the fuck has that ever been on the same? Well, I'm from Illinois, so maybe it just means something different in the mid. No, the fuck it doesn't.
Yeah, right. And then she winks at him when he gets spit in his face. That's so funny.
I didn't notice that. That's not gonna. Oh, well, Chris moves. The I guess the biggest thing about this whole episode is you can actually move the door.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Wherever the fuck you want to move it. And so that's kind of cool. Like, but it's weird all at the same time. And what happened to all those leaves? And how long has Augie not been able to get into that closet? And why just leave the clothes there?
That's exactly when the door gets moved and they open it and it's revealed that it's just a closet with clothes and like old board games. I was like, are these like clothes from like the 80s? like has he not been able to get to these clothes for like 40 years or not 40 years, but however long it's been. I don't know. I can't do quick math. But anyway, like for a very long time. And yeah, I had the same
You were
thought.
close. It said 35 years ago at the beginning of the episode. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That means they rocked a mullet up until the 90s.
Oh, fuck that, man. I want to go to a universe where the mullet never existed. Is there one out there in these 99 doors? Is that a thing?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting them to be able to move the door. That was kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, I'm kind of curious how that's going to affect everything.
Yeah, because honestly, whenever at the beginning of the episode, I was like, oh, so they just built their house around this door, and then, but yeah, finding out that you can actually move it, I mean, that's kind of interesting. So.
Well, it makes sense because I didn't realize it until Chris said it. But in the last season, the door was in the double wide, but in this season, it's in his dad's bedroom.
It was in the double wide.
Yeah, he mentions how he moved it from when he moved from the double wide to his dad's house.
I thought it was always at his dad's house because he went in season 1. He went over to his dad's house to get like and that's where we got to see all the helmets and stuff.
Okay, maybe it was but he meant there's a line where he says, like, yeah, we had to do this when we moved it from the double wide to my dad's house or whatever it was, the trailer park from my dad's house.
But I wonder if that's like where they were living, and then they moved. Then his dad Augie got that house and moved it, and then Chris was staying at the double wide.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder because I mean he started out in a trailer park, so I assume he moved up, but maybe not.
It is so fucking ridiculous. Like when he's like going to activate it, he tells ads to he's like, get out of here or whatever. And then he does the last thing and then he just runs, which I see why now, but I'm just like, that is fucking ridiculous.
Could you imagine doing that?
Yeah,
like anywhere, whether it be a trailer park or like
Yeah,
just a
exactly.
neighborhood.
well, like how did the little alien guy like survive doing that?
Gravitational boots.
Oh, okay, cool. It's one of the things that's in the room.
Right. That's why he didn't have any clothes on. There was no point. Just
It's also weird that I don't know. I want to know like so this Augie killed that alien, found it, but why does the other Augie have a doorway to this exact same universe
Yeah.
as well?
that's a good question.
And then
it
like
is.
I thought about it too. Is that weird fucking cryptid looking motherfucker that like goes and incinerates the rats? Is that another Peacemaker from a weird fucked up universe where everybody looks like that?
I thought about that. Like, what if that's an alternate? Yeah.
It's the only way they could get rid of the mullets.
All right, well, I'll take it. It's better than nothing. You know what I mean?
I've also thought, like, what if that's a universe where they got the helmets from, and like now they can't get rid of the rats or anything like that, and so now they just have to go and incinerate them. Like that's
Mm.
like you get rid of the helmets, you hit rats, kind of thing. Like this.
It's the scabies helmet from last season.
Oh man, that's funny. I know that like from the previews, we're supposed to get like it looks like Argus walking around.
Mhm.
Like they finally find the interdimensional room and they go walking around inside there. So like I feel like that's kind of like what we could get the next episode. Because I don't feel like anything from the trailer, like if he wouldn't show 3 episodes, I don't feel like any of that stuff would be I don't feel like any of the stuff from the trailer would be in those 3. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. Because like people would be like, "Oh shit, Earth X is here or whatever." And
Right.
I'm gonna be so mad though if we gotta wait one more episode because I'm just like, come on, dude, let's reveal this already. What are we waiting on here?
I'm hoping that like by the time we get to 6, like it is just going to be a speed train of just like boom, 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 boom. It's gonna be like, oh fucking shit the whole time, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the difference between season 1 and now is like I feel like season 1 we didn't know what to expect, as well as like every ending was almost like a cliffhanger ending of like, you know, there was one where Autobio got caught by Merv or whatever,
Right, yeah.
and she realized that there was an alien like that. Like I remember stuff like that where it's just like, oh shit, and like you had to wait till the next. I don't feel like we're getting that this year.
Yeah.
I also want to know what happened to that butterfly, like the one that survived, because at the end of that series,
Oh yeah.
Goff survived. Now I know he needed that nectar to like continue living, and they killed the little gross cow thing that like made the nectar. But I'm like, did it just die? Did it just eventually starve to death? Like they don't at least address that. Is it even canon now at this point? Like I don't know.
Yeah. That's interesting. That is interesting. I mean, they definitely brought up lots of season 1 stuff in this episode, kind of reiterating like, hey, this is canon. So, but also I don't think anybody knows that Goff got away. So other than Chris.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Well, yeah, that's it for me.
Yeah, same. It's kind of a short episode again,
but funny.
Yeah, no, it was very funny.
Yeah,
I
it was
wonder-
still a good episode.
Do y'all think Harcourt will betray them?
I don't know. She seems like she's torn. Like,
Yeah. I'd have to agree. Like I was gonna say, I think she is torn a little bit. I think she really wants to be able to be back in with her job and everything, but I don't know. I'm gonna hope that she doesn't, but we'll see.
I also think she believes more in Chris than she does them, because she even makes the comment of like, you're going to bring more than just them two.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so like, I feel like she's still on their side, but I almost feel like it's a game of like, can I sit there and do enough to get off this blackball list and maybe get my job back, but also help, my friends out kind of thing.
Yeah, I think it'll be she betrays them at first, and then she'll do something to let Chris get away.
Yeah.
and then he'll run into the doorway or something and then escape into the other door to the other universe.
Yeah. Well, and then on top of that, you're going to have Chris away from the door. You're going to have Red Saint Wild or Saint Redwild know where the door is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, essentially, he knows where Eagly is, which is where the door. And so I don't know if he'll have a team with him or not, because he's just going to be Eagle.
Yeah.
So that kind of, I don't know, that's going to be interesting to kind of see where we go from that. So
As long as Eagly doesn't die, I'm fine.
oh no,
Yeah, I
I
know.
can't, no.
I'd be so pissed if that happens.
Right?
Oh, that was another thing that I didn't know. What is his name? Apparently, Eagly is voiced by D. Bradley Baker.
Yeah.
And Gunn was talking about how it's really funny because he would be on like Zoom or Skype or whatever, one of those like video calls to do his lines. And it's just, he said, I had to mute my mic because it's just so funny seeing him like, and they showed like clips of the video of him making like eagle sounds. And it's really fucking funny.
I wish I knew there was a job out there of like making eagles. Like I'd have been practicing that shit for years. Pay me to make eagle sounds, please.
Yeah, it would be nice.
I mean, I've already been told my laugh sounds like a velociraptor,
Yeah,
so there's some of that.
Yeah.
It does. It does.
Oh, that's funny. All right, well, y'all got anything else?
Nah, that's it for me.
Nah,
man.
yeah. I'm good.
Awesome. Y'all, audience, join us back next week. We'll be doing episode 5, and we'll see where these theories, these speculations lead us to. And if we're, still pleasantly whelmed with the show, or saying, hey, get the fuck on with it, James. Come on, let's do something, man.
Yeah.
So, but in the meantime, Jeremy, where they can find you at?
They can find me on Twitch under the handle Night Fury GTO. It's Night with a K, and you can find me here.
Awesome. Richard?
If you want to contact me directly, I have an X, the platform formerly known as Twitter, an Instagram, a Blue Skies, and a Threads. My handle is Night Curry, night like day night, and curry with a K. If you want to contact us directly, we have a Gmail. Our Gmail is comicallycomicspodcast@gmail.com. And if you want to check us out on YouTube, possibly TikTok, we'll see, and Instagram, you can check us out under the name Comically Comics Podcast. And if you want to check us out on X, the platform formerly known as Twitter, you can check us out under the name Comically Comics with an X.
Do not Google comically commie. Do not.
Or do, I don't know. Maybe you're Russian. I don't know.
I was going to say, like, we got to be talking about these Nazis too much or something.
You can find me on Instagram, eBay, and Shortbox22_comics. You can also find me on YouTube at 22 Comics. Thank y'all so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed as much as we did making it. Well, that being said, say goodbye, Jeremy.
Bye, Jeremy.
Goodbye, Jeremy. Goodbye.
Beluga caviar.
There's no fucking way you know what beluga caviar tastes like.
Oh my God. That eagle eats better than I do.